Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy Stefan the Don, and I am here to give you 3 reasons why the Chicago Bulls' big three being gone is a plus. We'll get into that right after this. So, we're here. The reports have came out. Everybody's pretty much talked about it. The big three being gone is a possibility. You got some people that's for it, some people that's not. But I'm here to tell you 3 reasons why I feel like it could work out in the Bulls' favor in the long run. So check it out. Let's get into reason number one. Reason number one that I got for them being gone, the big three being gone as a whole, is because one, it lets Demar and VOoch go play winning basketball. Now, what do I mean by that? Demar and VOoch, we already know Demar was out here putting up with numbers. He's the MVP. Everybody's happy. Everybody's having fun. He's doing his thing. Hey, but to be honest, 28 points a game, these season highs, you turn that around, they're only getting first round exits, barely making a play in, stuff like that. It's not conducive for him. And I feel like he still has gas left in the tank where he wants to play competitive basketball, wants to play for a competitive team, wants to play with leaders, stars, vets to try to go get that chip. I feel like he thinks he can still do that. Vooch, on the other hand, I want Vooch to be going off of this team, but I feel like this can be a great starting point for him because of the simple fact that the Chicago Bulls don't use him right. I mean, me, Kid, Pat, we've caught these games. These games have been close where it's legitimately like, yo, he'll be cooking, things will be happening. He's doing his thing, everybody's eating, and then they'll just randomly stop going to him. Or it'll legit be nights where he goes and he's playing teams that, Billy knows that they don't have a big, or these teams know that they don't have a big. He needs to demand the ball down low. He starts to demand the ball down low, and they literally do not use him right or utilize him right in the fourth quarter of these games. So I feel like they could still get something for him and possibly a sign and trade or a deal because I mean, even though he wants to come back, I'm being honest with you, I don't see it happen. I don't see it happening. I don't want it to happen just because I feel like he's still on that top 5 level of center in my opinion. I could be wrong, but those are just my thoughts on that matter. Reason number 2, Zach LaVine can now try to go, and if they trade him, lead a team. Now I've seen him. They've got him slated possibly going to New York. They got him slated possibly going to Portland. They got him going to all these places. I think what you've seen last season from him, especially late when he's getting all the 35 plus, 40 plus point games, dominating, right? I think he's ready to take over. And with Demar still being here and that alpha dog and that number one option late in the fourth, I feel like if he leaves, he can officially go spread his wings somewhere else to the point that he's eating. He can be that dog and he can be the key cog, and then possibly either making the playoffs or a deep playoff run or possibly even a championship. You never know. My third reasoning and my final reasoning for this is because I think that Billy needs a fresh young nucleus of names, faces, voices in the locker room, honestly, where he can kind of mold them into his direction. They need to find a leader. They gave him the extension. It was a quiet extension, you know, earlier or middle of last season where they extend him, and I really feel like he's a developmental coach where he can then turn around and use his voice to try to mold this team into what he actually needs it to be. Because I know that right now this team is kind of sort of predicated on defense. They were kind of hoping for Lonzo and everything like that. It just didn't work. And I feel like with him having that young nucleus, you could say RJ Barrett or you know what I'm saying, anybody else. I really don't think it's gonna be Tyler Hero. I seen that from another thing. I don't really think it's gonna be Tyler Hero. I seen that from another post earlier. I don't think that that'll happen. But if you get a RJ Barrett here, maybe if you get Aiden needs a change of scenery. He said he's wanted to change the scenery. Even though I feel like with him it's an attitude issue. If you get those two guys in the building, now you got the young nucleus. You can kind of mold these guys into what you want them to be. And I think that'll work out to not, I'm not gonna say playoffs, but I still think it's a slight 40-win team, maybe a playoff team, um, maybe a playoff team later on down in the future. But then if you think about it, you got DeAndre Ayton, RJ Barrett on the same team. Now you keep a P Will. Kobe White's ascending. You don't know what you're gonna do at IO. Possibly you get a Duncan Robinson. These are pieces now that you can kind of sort of build with. You can kind of sort of build with. And if nothing else, Aiden and Duncan Robinson, for that matter, have been on championship teams. Duncan has been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Aiden has also sat there, been to a West Final, been to the NBA Finals. So now they can kind of step into those leadership roles as well, possibly. But with that being said, that also takes the pressure off Billy to actually do what he came to the Chicago Bulls to do. And I feel like if that happens, this will help out really all parties in the long run. But I'll be down there with you guys talking in the comments, seeing what you guys think. Post it down low. It's been your boy Stefan the Don. Peace.